Just like how Biden's approval rating is decreasing due to his support of the Israeli government's genocide of the Palestinian people, the approval rating of Netanyahu is decreasing due to his continued efforts to genocide the Palestinian people. Here we have a Israeli dude who's turned into a peace activist. He is in favor of the Palestinians not being genocided by the Israeli government and actually blames the Israeli government for the death of his parents, like many other Israelis who see the actions of the Israeli government as the reason for the attacks. Um, there's a lot of people that do want to see a two-state solution with the Israeli government and the Palestinian people, and it is eventually going to happen. People realize that the only true solution is peace and a two-state, not just continued war by the Israeli government.
As the Israeli-Hamas war rages on, the word peace may feel like an unreachable goal, even for this time of year. But one man is trying to push back against the ocean of anger, and that is despite the fact that both his mother and father were murdered by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. CBS News foreign correspondent Remy Inocencio has this ray of hope from Jerusalem.
Israel is grieving. People who lost loved ones like Mao's Inon gather with a shared sorrow.
Yeah, there's a lot of Israelis that are against the actions of the Israeli government. They say that the continued death of Gazans is a war crime and they're against that. They also know that the Israeli government has had a hand in funding Hamas and the fact that they use Hamas as a justification for the attacks on Palestinians.
What brought you to tears there?
I could hear my parents talking to me. Yes.
What were they saying to you?
Be strong. We are proud of you. We love you.
Inon's parents were killed by militants on October 7th, 76-year-old Bilha and 78-year-old Yakovi.
They were in the prime of their life.
The couple lived in southern Israel, near the Gaza Strip. Security officers said their home was burned to ashes, 2 bodies found inside. After receiving the news, Inon says he woke up.
I just told myself, Maoz, you have a mission to deliver and create a message of hope and a better future.
How did the murder of your parents turn you into an activist for peace?
I strongly believe that this land was given and promised to both Israelis and Palestinians. Military.
Not to be all religious, but it is possible for both Palestinians and Israelis to have two different states to reside in if they want. Uh, the effort to have a one-state solution is due in part to the right-wing Israelis that control the government. There is a lot of Israelis that want a two-state solution so that they can actually achieve peace. It is the far right-leaning leaders of the Israeli government that seeks to just genocide the Palestinian people.
Invasion into Gaza will just make things worse. We must break this pattern of violence, of answering on terrorist attack with more violence.
Which, yeah, that does make sense. If you want to actually achieve peace, doing a tit for tat is no way to achieve peace. And also, we got to stop the Israeli government from funding Hamas. The Palestinian Authority wants a two-state solution, but Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't want a two-state solution, so the Israeli government funds Hamas.
He blames Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and he is far from alone. His approval plunging. Many of his critics say he's using Israeli deaths to justify even more deaths in Gaza.
Some people, many people say, yes, he should. What do you say to that?
So if we are killing a Hamas leader, he will have so many replacements. But if by bombing him, we are also killing a 10 months or 8 years old Israeli that was kidnapped by the Hamas, and he will also be killed in this bombing. Is there a replacement for a 10 months baby, for 8 years old child? So who are we punishing?
His
I know he just talks about, innocent Israelis being killed. Yeah, you can't replace an innocent person, just like how how a terrorist organization can replace a leader. But you can't replace innocent people when they die. Innocent Gazans dying, you know, every 10 minutes. These people can't be replaced. It's an innocent loss of life.
fear that his parents will not be the last to die.
How do you make sure their death was not in vain?
I want their death, their sacrifice, to be a sacrifice for peace, not for war.
One man with a message of hope, holding on for peace. For CBS Saturday Morning, Rami.
Now, he is against the Israeli government and their actions in Gaza. Does this make him anti-Semitic because he does not support the Israeli government committing a genocide against the Gazan people, or what? I mean, we gotta truly define um, what it means to criticize the Israeli government, and we can't just say you're just anti-Semitic if you criticize the Israeli government, because there's a lot of Israelis that criticize their government.